Hello! In this video we're not going to see a dialogue, we're going to see a text I wrote as homework and that got corrected. What are we going to do? We're going to read the text paragraph by paragraph and then explaining it sentence by sentence, word by word, what is written in this text, and at the end we're going to read it again, and hopefully you will understand much better what this text is about. Hope it will help. So what is the title of this text? The title is Il vantaggi o gli svantaggi li colloc mobile diem miac. So literally, the advantages and the disadvantages that you have mobile phone always with you. So you have, maybe you've seen an alternative for i colloc, that's on deck. We'll see it in the first sentence of the first paragraph. They mean more or less the same, even though i colloc is a little bit more general, and in the future, for example, you'll have to use a colloc. Same so for on deck, the conjugation is at the end of the word i colloc. So then I have would be i colli, just like on deck, andi. And another thing from this sentence, miac, you might think with you is maint, literally, but no, that's wrong in Maltese. You have to say miac. So it's one word with you. Good, let's read the first paragraph. Diversi vantaggi u svantaggi flistes hin meta andek il mobile diem miac. Hanibdeu bil vantaggi u hafna. L'ewel vantaggio huwa li fil-kas ta' emerġenza tista' ċempel is-servizzi ta' emerġenza, per eżempju meta tara nar fit-dar tal-ġirien. Jew kieku qed timxi x'imkien f'għawdex, tara nar f'dar waħda u m'hemm ħadd fil-viċinanzi. Bil-mobile tista' salva l-ħajja ta' xi ħadd. Alright, sentence by sentence. That means there, well, literally there, but as you may know, the verb to be isn't always expressed in Maltese, and is one of those words that indicates there's a good chance there will be a to be there as well, and in this case there is. So there is. So there are, it will be, there are diverse or multiple or different, let's say different advantages and disadvantages. So here you see there is no verb to be in this sentence. Flistes hin at the same time. Hin, don't forget to pronounce the h strong, because, for example, when you say shinu, that means what time is it? And if you say shinu without the h, then it means what is it? So strong h for time. So there are several would be a good translation of diversity. There are several advantages and disadvantages at the same time. When, meta, on deck you have the mobile phone, or the smartphone these days, diem miac, always with you. Hanibdeu bil vantaggi u hafna. We're going to start, so hanibdeu with bil vantaggi, advantages, u hafna, and there are, as you can see, know to be here in the sentence, hafna, a lot, or well, many. Hanibdeu, ha is for the future tense. So what we're going to do in Maltese when we have nibdeu, we start, or any other conjugation of a verb, if you want to put it in the future tense, then you simply have to add ha in front, regardless of the conjugation of, if it would be tipdeu, you start, in the plural then, or yibda'u, they start, the ha will remain the same. But don't forget to conjugate the nibda'u here accordingly. The W at the end of a verb indicates that it will be in the plural here. So hanibda'u bil vantaji, we're going to start with the advantages. And there are many. L-ewwel vantaġġ huwa li fil-każ ta' emerġenza tista' ċempel is-servizzi ta' emerġenza. Pereżempju, meta tara nar fid-dar tal-ġirien. Long sentence. L-ewwel vantaġġ, the first advantage, so di l-ewwel. Why is it not il-ewwel? Well, simply because there is a vowel here. So when there's a vowel at the start of a word, then we're not going to say il, we're just going to put l. L-ewwel vantaġġ huwa li fil-każ ta' emerġenza. So the first advantage is huwa, that's the long version of u, that li fil-każ, in the case, case, it's a little similar, ta' emerġenza, of emergency. And why is it not tal here? Because there is no definite article in front of emergenza. You say in the case of an emergency, and then you would put il here in front of emergenza. So then it becomes ta. Also, for example, if you're talking about people, the names of people, ta mark, then it would be of mark. It's marks, ta mark, because mark doesn't take the il as an article. All right, tista ċempel is-servizzi ta' emerġenza. You can ċempel, to call. Maybe you've heard that word before. You hear it very often when I'm listening to Maltese. I-servizzi, and the services ta' emerġenza, of emergency. So literally the emergency services, like the ambulance or the hospital, police, etc., etc. So tista ċempel. Tista, what is this little thing here you see? Well, that's an ein that is hidden in there. And what is an ein? Let me find an example here. There, this one. That's the ein. So this the G and the h. So that's one letter. If you see it in the dictionary, if you would look up Audash in the dictionary, then you would have to look up at the letter, this one, the ein. But let's go back to tista. If it's at the end of a word, then we do not write it in Maltese. We just put this little inverted comma above. So tista ċempel is-servizzi ta' emerġenza. All right. So where were we? Per eżempju, meta tara nar fid-dar tal-ġirien. Per eżempju, for example. Don't forget to write it in one word. Meta, when. Tara, you see or you look at. Naar, fire, without an H here. Fid-dar tal-ġirien, in the house of neighbors. So literally, for example, when you see a fire in your neighbor's house. So that's not literally, that's what you would say in English. All right. So, and why is it here fid-dar with a D? Why is it not fil-dar? Well, some words, like dar, that start with particular letters, they're going to, for the article, take over that letter. So you're going to say it dar, not il dar. Tara, that's one of the first verbs I learned in Maltese because it's very, very simple. So it's nara, I see. Tara, you see. Yara, he sees. And then narau with the W at the end. Tarau, yarau. So that's really easy. Also, you sometimes hear it as ara. When people start a sentence with ara, it means like look. All right, good. So ترى نعرف التعطل جريم. يو كيكو تمشي شيمكن في عودش ترى نعرف تعوادة ومم هاد في الفيجيلانسي. يو or kiku if. Yek you can also use to express if. At timshi together you are walking, and at is the same principle as ha. So at you is at nimshi I am walking, at yimshi he is walking, at timshi you are walking. But you don't have to forget to conjugate the T here. The at, you don't need to conjugate it, but the timshi, you need to conjugate it. For example, when you are walking, shimkin, some place, f'audesh in gozo. Oudash, you may have seen it on boards in Malta. When you see oudash, some people don't know, oh, what kind of weird word is that? But it means gozo, and you should see it obviously a lot when you're driving in the north. So know that oudash means gozo. And maybe some people, some tourists might be looking for a very long time for gozo because they don't know oudash means gozo. Good. So, Tara naar Tarwada, you see, Tara naar fire in Tarwada. And why is it not fit dar wada? Because here the dar is determined in the house of neighbors. But here you say in one house, like an undetermined house. So then you're not going to use fit dar. You're just going to put the f in front of the dar, the house, wada. And why is it not wihed? Because wada and wihed are both one. Well, simply because dar is a feminine word. So you use wada. So you see fire in a house. Umem had veel vigilantie. And there is no one in the neighborhood. Feel again in. Had is one of these words that when you're using it in the negative, there is no one. You don't have to put, well, and you're not allowed to put a sh at the end. Maybe you've heard already memsh, there isn't. You would think, here, there isn't anyone in the neighborhood, then you add the sh, but no, had is one of these words that when you have it in the negative, you don't need to put, you can't put a sh to put here after the M. Alright? Bil mobile tista salva l'haya tashihat. With the mobile or with the telephone, tista, you can salva save. Ilhaya the life ta of she had someone. So here it was no one, and then had, and she had. She can mean someone. So she had. Same so for shimkin, somewhere. There you go. Shimkin, somewhere, and here the she, someone. Good. Second paragraph. التيني vantaġġ naħseb li kulħadd jista' jaqbel huwa l-ġid ta' informazzjoni li nistgħu nsibu fuq l-internet. Hemm kważi wisq opportunitajiet. Tista' ssir edukat bil-korsijiet li tista' ssib dwar l-internet. Tista' tipprevedi l-umbrella jekk ħadd tkun xita meta se timxi. M'għandekx bżonn ta' arloġġ biex tkun taf il-ħin. Tista' tara ktieb jew tisma' l-mużika waqt li tinsab f'tal-linja. Dawn huma affarijiet li bla dubju huma tajbin biex tejjeb high-tech bil-mobile tiegħek. Alright, it-tieni vantaġġ. So that's not żewġ, it's the second advantage. So it-tieni vantaġġ. It's not żewġ or tnejn, no, tieni, the second advantage. نحسب, very often used. نحسب, I think. The نحسب, تحسب, يحسب, I think, you think, he thinks. That li كل حد يستيقظ. Everyone, you recognize here the hat from here, up here. When you're putting كل, then it means every. So everyone, so every person. يستا can, يقبل, agree. Maybe you heard ما نقبلش, I do not agree. ما نقبلش. And يقبل, he agrees, or everyone agrees. So I think that everyone can agree. What is الجيد, the wealth, ta informazioni of information li nistau, that we can nsibu, find fu l'internet, on the internet. Good. Why is not ilgit here? Well, because here the noun or the previous word ends with a vowel, then we're not going to put an I here. Well, git ta informazioni li nistau nsibu fu l'internet. Alright. Here l'internet is because there's a vowel just after, so l'internet, not because fu ends with a vowel. It's l'internet. Quasi 8 opportuniteiten. There are, as you remember there, so the to be must be hidden somewhere, or is probably hiding somewhere, and here it is hiding. There are almost, quasi, with too many or too much opportuniteiten, opportunities. And yet, if you see that at the end of the word, then there's a good chance it's the plural of the noun that it stands with, opportuniteiten. Good. Tista, you can zeer, become, educated, or educated. Bil korsiet, yet, you see here the yet, with courses, that you can, litista, seep, find, dwar, on the internet. Dwar, fu, on, or about, dwar l'internet. Alright, so you can become educated, or you can educate yourself with courses that are on the internet, you would say in English. Tista ti prevedi l'umbrella, jek had kun ishita metasetimshi. You can foresee, ti prevedi, l'umbrella, the umbrella, right? That sounds very English. Jek, if, had kun, there will be rain, ishita, meta, when you're going to walk. And here, aha, that's the future tense, se, also future tense. You could have said set kun ishita meta hatimji. Alright? Good. Mandeks bezon ta horloge bist kun tafel hin. Mandeks bezon, you don't need. Literally, you don't have a need. So, an die bezon, if you are already a little bit in Malta, I'm sure you've heard it. An die bezon, I need. Or an dek bezon, you need. Mandeks bezon, you don't need. The m is here with a little inverted comma because it starts with, well, it starts with the ein, but it isn't pronounced. So then you don't say ma andeks, mandeks, because it's silent. The ein. You don't need mandeks person ta. You don't have a need of arloch. That's a watch. You don't need a watch. Bish, in order to. So synonym is halli, bish, in order to, tkun taf il hein, in order to know the time. Hein, we've seen it before. Wait, here, up here. Hein, the time. Taf, also one of the first verbs I've learned, very easy to conjugate in the present tense. Naf, taf, yaf, taf. and then nafu, tafu, yafu. Very easy. And manavs, I don't know. Well, obviously that's something you would learn very, very early and very, very quickly, because you can answer that. It's an answer to any question. I don't know. Tista tarak tip, joutismal musica, wat liten sapt vtalinia. Tista, you can. Tara, read. So don't forget to say tara with the here the glottal sound. I think it's called tara. It's not the same as tara. Tara. So metista tara type a book. You can read a book, or jou tisma you listen il musica the music wat li while or during tinsap you are to be found in Tallinja, and Tallinja, that's the bus. It's a very strange way to say bus. Tallinja, that's bus, because you're thinking in, okay, in of, wait, what? In of the line? Well, that doesn't make sense. Tallinja means the bus. And, well, buses, I think, drive in lines, so probably it comes from there. Tallinja. Good, so you can read a book or listen to music while you're in a bus, literally. Or not literally, in English. Literally, we've seen that. Down, these, for male and female. Down, uma, these are affariët things, and you see here, eat, so it's in the plural. These are things that, without a doubt, bla dubiu, uma are, taibin, good, bish in order to, teyep, improve, high-tech, your life, bil mobile tiak, with your telephone. All right, taibin, plural, and the male is tayep, female taiba, plural taibin, and tayep, that's the verb to improve or to make good, to make better, something like that. So not tayep. Tayep, that's good, as in an adjective. High-tech, that is one of the words that can take the possessive just after the noun. So you put your directly after height. All right, bil mobile tiak, with your mobile phone. Good. Next paragraph. It lit vantaj u alitista anki tihu retrati u videos u ta sa malhabib u mala familia tiak kul feintrit. Tista tibat messaggi u kol malhabib u hadihor. Ovvjament en vantaggi orijn, per esempio laps. I dependi da zijn talutent tal mobile. Flahar milahar en vantaggi wis. Ima hanerau lis vantaggi. It lead, so that's the third advantage, is that you can anki also tihu take, you take, because we're talking about you can also, you take ritratti, photographs or pictures, and videos, a bit like mobile, right? It's taken over from the English and it's made a little bit Maltese. And you can share, or you share with friends, malhabib, and with your family, mal familia tiak. All right. Why is it mal habib and not bil habib? Well, mal is usually used with people and bi with objects. So that's why it's mal and not bil habib. And then kul fein treat, you remember kul, every, fein, and that's where. So everywhere, treat, you want. Good. So the third advantage is that you can also take pictures and videos and share them with your friends and your family, wherever you are. Tista tibat messaġġi wkoll. You can tibat send. For some reason, I really think it's horrible to spell this word, but okay. Messaġġi, messages wkoll. The E is also one of those plurals that is often used. How do you know which one it is? Well, you just have to study by heart. Whether it's messaġijiet, which is wrong, or messaġġi, messages. Ukoll, also. Also is here with W. Why is it W and not an U? Well, because the word here ends with a vowel. So it's ukoll, but we write W when it's just after a word that ends with a vowel. Malhabib u hadior, with friends, mal, and other people. You can also send messages with to people and other people. To friends, habib, and other people. Obviamente, obviously, sometimes shortened as ovvia. Ovviamente, obviously, there are other advantages. Vantaggi oħrajn. Oħrajn, plural of other. Single is ihor. Here you see ihor. And oħra in the female. And I'm scanning here if I see it somewhere here, but I'm going to tell you. So it's just oħra without the JN here. That's for the female. Oħrajn. Obviously, there are other advantages. Per esempio, for example, the apps, the applications. Jiddependi, it depends, daqsxejn, a little bit, tal-utent, on the user, tal-mobile, of the mobile, well, the owner of the mobile phone, or the person that's using the mobile phone. Flaħar mill-aħħar and vantaggi wis. Literally in the last, from the last, but it actually means bottom line. Flaħar mill-aħħar, bottom line. At the end of the day, something like that. There are many advantages and vantaggi wis. Imma ħanaraw l-iżvantaġġi. But imma ħanaraw, this is the plural form of nara, nara, tara, yara, and then tara for she sees, and then naraw we see. But now we're going to, well, now isn't there, but we're going to take a look at the disadvantages. Good. Let's scroll down a little bit. That's it for the text. L-ewwel żvantaġġ li huwa importanti ħafna huwa l-vizzju. Id-dipendenza fuq il-mobile ġieli hija tal-biża'. Fl-Istati Uniti n-nies jqattgħu 3 sigħat kuljum fuq il-mobile. Xi nies jinsew kif jitkellmu ma' nies oħrajn peress li jiktbu messaġġi minflok jitkellmu magħhom. Għalhekk illum hemm organizzazzjonijiet li jorganizzaw workshops u kampijiet biex jiġġieldu it-tossifikazzjoni taż-żgħażagħ. All right, for the pronunciation, I'm not 100% sure. I wish there was a website that helps you with pronunciation. I think iat'aw is correct, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, vitzju and żgħażagħ. I've heard that word before, but not 100% sure about the pronunciation there. So, l-ewwel żvantaġġ, the first disadvantage, with Z here, li huwa importanti, that is important, that is very important, importanti ħafna, ħafna is behind the adjective, is l-vizzju. And what is l-vizzju? That's the dependency, like the addiction. And here the next word is id-dependenza. That's a synonym. The dependence on il mobile, the mobile phone. Gili is sometimes. Ia is. Talbiza. And why is it ia and not ua? Well, independenza is female. Ia, long version of I. Talbiza is scary. Maybe you've heard manibzaj, don't be scared, or don't worry, something like that. Manibzaj. Matibzaj, you don't worry. You don't worry. So talbiza is scary. Good. So next sentence. Fl-Istati Uniti inizjataw tliet kuljum fuq il-mobile. In the United States, fl-Istati Uniti, in Nice, the people spend 3 hours kuljum, maybe you know it, kul every yum day, fuq il-mobile, on the mobile phone. And this is actually something I looked up a few years ago. I'm not sure if it's still accurate, but it's kind of scary. 3 hours a day. That's a lot of hours you spend on your mobile phone. It's almost like an entire day in a week spent on a mobile phone. Well, it is talbiza. It is scary. So, Chinese jinsawi jitkellmu ma' nies oħrajn. Some people, Chinese, remember it, she, also xi ħaġa, something. Chinese, some people, jinsew, forget, and here as the plural because people is in the plural in Maltese. Kif, how, jitkellmu, how they talk or how they speak, ma, with, nies oħrajn, other people. Behesli, because jiktbu, they write. Excuse me. I got a little thing in the throat there. Behesli jiktbu because they write messages min flok instead of jitkellmu instead of they talk mahom with them. So it actually means because they write messages instead of talking to each other. All right? Good. Alek. So, illum, today, there are organisationniert, here, the yit, that's the plural, organizations that, they organize workshops, good guess, and kampiet, and here again, camps, bish, in order to, jijildu, that's to fight, tossifikazioni, the toxification, tazazah, that's of the youth. So, if you translate it again, so today there are organizations organizing workshops and camps and so forth to fight youth intoxication. I think it is in English. So to fight addiction, right, among youth. Next, konsekwenza oħra tal-pussess ta' mobile u din hija it-tieni svantaġġ. Qatt m'għandek slim. Il-mobile dejjem jagħtik sinjali. Għandek messaġġ ġdid. Tista' tgħid li tista' titfi il-mobile. Imma se jkollok tixxelu. Inkella mhux se tisma' meta xi ħadd qed ċempellek. There is consequence, oħra, there's another consequence, and that's the oħra I was looking for when I was there at the oħrajn. That's ihor, oħra, oħrajn. There's another consequence of the possession, possess, or having a mobile, of a mobile phone, and this is udin hija it-tieni żvantaġġ, the second disadvantage. At mandek slim. At is never, and just like a hat we've seen before, when you're using it in the negative with a verb, you don't put the sh here at the end. At mandek slim. You don't see, you never have peace. So me is still there, me or ma, but you don't put the sh at the end here. Slim, maybe you know the city in Malta, Slima. It comes from slim, peace. So you never have peace. Il mobile dejem jactic signali. The mobile phone dejem always jactic sends you signals, signali. Andek message jdit. You have a new jdit message, message. Jactic, so the J here indicates that it's the mobile that is giving at here. And this K here, it gives you. This is attached to the verb jactic. And in English it would be it gives at, and then the K, the ik here, it gives you. So it's 3 words in English, but 1 word in Maltese. Jactic signali andek message steht. Tista tijd litista titfil mobile. You can say tijd, often use verb night, tijd, jait, tijd. I say, you say, he says, she says. You can say that, you can, tista, titfi il mobile. Titfi, to shut off or to turn off, that's better. Titfi il mobile. So you can argue, well, you can turn it off. Imma, but say kollok, you will have to, and here this is, we've seen in the beginning, kollok, you have, in the future tense, you have to use kollok. You can't say se andek. You have to say se kollok. Die shelu, you have to open it, or you have to turn it on. In kella, otherwise, mush setisma metashihat et jimchepelek. And future tense, if you want to put it in the negative, you do not put the tisma in the negative. You put the mush in front of the se and then simply tisma. You won't hear meta when she had someone. Et is chempelek, calling you. All right. So otherwise you won't hear it when someone is calling you. Et again, present continuous tense. Last sentences. Lahar zvantage u sigurta. Nis zina li prova jitlu fil mobile tiak u is u il flus tiak. Lahar, the last zvantage, disadvantage, is sigurta, the security. This sometimes at the end of words. This little bar up there. Nis, there are people. Hazina, bad people. That li provao, try, jitlu, to enter, or they enter, in mobile, in your cell phone, and steal is il flus tiak, and steal your money. Good, hope it helped. We're going to read it once again to end the video. Il vantaggi o gli svantaggi li collok mobile dejem miak. Diversi vantaggi o svantaggi flistas hin meta andek il mobile dejem miak. Ħanibdew bil-vantaġġi u hemm ħafna. L-ewwel vantaġġ huwa li fil-każ ta' emerġenza tista' ċempel is-servizzi ta' emerġenza, pereżempju meta tara nar fid-dar tal-ġirien. Jew kieku qed timxi x'imkien f'Għawdex tara nar f'dar waħda u m'hemm ħadd fil-viċinanzi. Bil-mobile tista' salva l-ħajja ta' xi ħadd. It-tieni vantaġġ naħseb li kulħadd jista' jaqbel huwa l-ġid ta' informazzjoni li nistgħu nsibu fuq l-internet. Hemm kważi wisq opportunitajiet. Tista' ssir edukat bil-korsijiet li tista' ssib dwar l-internet. Tista' tipprevedi l-umbrella jekk ħadd tkun ix-xita meta se timxi. M'għandekx bżonn ta' orloġġ biex tkun taf il-ħin. Tista' taqra ktieb jew tisma' il-mużika waqt li tinsab f'tal-linja. Dawn huma affarijiet li bla dubju huma tajbin biex tejjeb ħajtek bil-mobile tiegħek. It-tliet vantaġġ huwa li tista' anki tieħu ritratti u videos u taqsam mal-ħabib u mal-familja tiegħek. Kull fejn trid. Tista' tibgħat messaġġi wkoll mal-ħabib u ħaddieħor. Ovvjament hemm vantaġġi oħrajn, pereżempju l-apps. Jiddependi daqsxejn tal-utent tal-mobile. Fl-aħħar mill-aħħar hemm vantaġġi wisq. Imma ħanaraw l-iżvantaġġi. L-ewwel żvantaġġ li huwa importanti ħafna huwa l-vizzju, id-dipendenza fuq il-mobile ġieli hija tal-biża'. Fl-Istati Uniti in-nies jqattaw 3 sigħat kuljum fuq il-mobile. Xi nies jinsew kif jitkellmu man nies oħrajn peress li jiktbu messaġġi minflok jitkellmu magħhom. Għalhekk illum hemm organizzazzjonijiet li jorganizzaw workshops u kampijiet biex jiġildu it-tossifikazzjoni taż-żgħażagħ. Hemm konsegwenza oħra tal-pużess ta' mobile u din hija t-tieni żvantaġġ. Qatt m'għandek slim. Il-mobile dejjem jagħtik sinjali għandek messaġġ ġdid. Tista' tgħid li tista' titfi l-mobile. Imma se jkollok tixxielu. Inkella mhux se tisma' meta xi ħadd qed inċeppellek. L-aħħar żvantaġġ huwa s-sigurtà. Hemm nies żina li jippruvaw jidħlu fil-mobile tiegħek u jisirqu il-flus tiegħek. All right? If you want more of these texts and dialogues, feel free to click the link you see appearing so you can learn more Maltese. See you there.